I realized I didn't show you my outfit, so here is my outfit. Also, my hair is dried now. I have this scarf on because it is a bit chilly, and it also has gray on the other side. I have this really nice plaid coat. I've been having this coat for 10 years now, I believe. This cardigan is from Uniqlo, just a nice black, and this tank top as well is also from Uniqlo. Jeans, also Uniqlo. I guess it's like a Uniqlo ad, but I really love these jeans. Oh, these are my Crocs. But I really love these jeans because they're so comfortable and versatile. So yeah, that's my outfit. Sorry I didn't show you before. I wanted to get to the bookstore pretty early so I can get parking. Unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of footage inside the bookstore because the parking was only 20 minutes outside. I didn't want to park further, so yeah. Of course, we all have to throw our clothes on a chair, so this is my chair right now. I also have another stool with more clothes, but these are just my clothes that I haven't put away yet. I did get 2 books, and these are the 2 books I got. Butter and Hooked by Asako Yuzuki. I don't usually go for books like these because it's psychological thriller. I usually read literature and historical fiction, but I thought, you know what, this can be my first time. I have read what's his name, Stephen King's books. I've read Misery and I think The Dark Tower, and those were probably the closest I've gotten to horror or thriller. So I am looking forward to reading these 2 books. I love the covers, especially Hooked, because it looks like a sardine can, and also it's a bit bigger than Butter. But I saw these 2 at the local bookstore and I'm really excited for these. Thank you to my friend who gave me the $30 voucher, which was really nice because I only ended up paying about $16 for both of these books. I am a really big reader. I unfortunately don't have much time to read due to, you know, work and my life and finding time for everything. It does get really difficult, but I'm trying to put into practice every 15 minutes before I go to bed to read. I was contemplating getting The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, but I've seen that book at the library, so I think when the time comes and I decide to read it, I'll probably go to the library and borrow it. I do have The Secret History by Donna Tartt as well, so I will get to that when I have time. I actually did read that book about halfway a couple of years ago, but because I never finished it, I kind of forgot what happened, so I'm going to start over and annotate as well. I like to annotate my books. I have a lot of post-its. I also have been recently highlighting in my books, which I never used to do, but the book is mine, so might as well just make it more personalized. Also, in my last vlog, I did mention I was going to get rid of this lamp here, but we ended up figuring out how to get it to work. I think it takes a special light bulb, and we were able to find some in the house to make it work. So now it's just my nighttime lamp. I am so happy with these 2, and I can't wait to put it on my bookshelf. I do want to do a video showing you all my bookshelf. It's not the best because a majority of my books are actually in our garage in boxes because I just don't have space in the current room I'm in. I've always wanted a bookshelf. I've never had one before until I actually went to university and had my own space, and in my own, you know, personal space like home, I don't have one. So this is really exciting. I love having a bookshelf because it makes me feel inspired. I love looking at artists' work. I love reading text. I love looking at the book covers. It just makes me really inspired and motivated to create, which is what I'm all about. I also want to thank everyone who watched my last vlog. It was the first vlog where I showed my face, and I want to thank everyone who watched my sketchbook tour video. That video now has hit a little over 1,000 views, and I cannot believe it at all. 1,000 people is a lot, and I want to thank all of you just for supporting, whether it be viewing, liking, commenting, subscribing, simply sharing, anything. I want to thank all of you so much. I had a lot of fun doing that sketchbook tour and being in my sketchbook for, I think it was for almost a year. And I have my next one that I'm really excited to continue creating in. So that's the whole point of this channel, is to create. Welcome to the other side of my desk. We are on the right side, which means this is the creation station, just the area where all the magic happens. I wanted to show you some of my favorite art supplies, some things on my desk that make me happy and why I put them there, and just showing you where my materials are. So over here, as you can see, this is my sketchbook. This is the sketchbook I'm currently using, and it has a very cute sticker on it. Tell your dog I said hi. My friend gave this to me because I always say that to her dog, and I love dogs. So this is the Talents Art Creation sketchbook. I also recently found this. This is my old viewfinder. Yes. That I had since maybe 2020, so about 6 years now, and I just thought, man, this is so cool. Ooh, this is so cool that I still have this. So I can bring this around with me so I can find compositions and just use it. These are the current sketches. I don't know why, but this person kind of looks like Justin Bieber when he was younger. That was not the intention at all. But I love how this man turned out. Really liked how that turned out. So I'm hoping to fill up the remainder of this page today. I really like just going into my sketchbook and filling it out, making sure that I warm up and move my arm and get my brain moving, because it's really important to just continue creating. I feel like I say that all the time. Like, I want my creation to be more than my consumption. I wanted to give all of you a mini desk tour, which encompasses pretty much where I just do all of my work and editing. So this is where all the magic happens. Starting off with what I usually sketch with is this 0.9 mechanical lead pencil. This is a pen/pencil manta ray clay holder. It was a gift and I use it all the time. I really love it. Another item on my desk that is frequently used is this pen marker holder. I don't know if it actually has a name, but it's just an organizer where I store my markers, my pens, my scissors, pretty much everything, even post-its. I'm not exactly sure where you can find this organizer. I found it in a donation bin back when I was in university, and it holds a lot of random stuff like this bottle opener for some reason. Yes, I do have wine on my desk. You never know when you or a friend in need might need a bottle opener. I also have this pupil gauge. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but you just shine the light to someone's pupils and see how dilated they are. Again, I got that from university. Something else that I keep on my desk is this pencil case with my fountain pens. I'm a really big fan of fountain pens because not only do I use them to sketch, but I also use them to write as well. This is the first fountain pen I've ever used. It was gifted to me by my friend, and it's the Lamy fountain pen. I really like it because it's super easy to use. I think it's really beginner friendly. And I also have a Jinhao one, if I'm pronouncing correctly. Sorry if I'm not. It's a bit small, but it's the perfect size for my hand. And it's not in this video, but I also have a TWSBI Eco fountain pen as well. I have a lot of trinkets and just random items on my desk. It's just because I need somewhere to put them, or I just like it because it brings me joy. I have a lot of gotcha items like Smiskies and Pokemons and Sanrio and stuff like that. And I also have this 3D printed Yoda, or that actually might be Grogu. I don't know, I have to take a closer look. My friend gifted that to me. I have a lot of Smiskies on my desk. I collected them back when I was in university. This was back when it was around $10. Now I think they go up for $15, maybe even $20. So I don't buy them anymore, but they're super cute, and majority of this was actually gifted to me by my friends. So shout out to all my friends. One of my favorite parts of this organizer is the drawer at the bottom. I have a lot of post-its and tabs in this little drawer. It makes writing and organization more fun due to the vibrant colors. I'm a really big fan of post-it notes that have various colors because the yellow ones, they're nice, but they're not as fun. Speaking of the yellow post-it notes, here are my other ones. They are organized on top of each other at my lamp. I also have these Muji pens and my eyeliner highlighters. Muji pens are my favorite pens ever, and I've had this lamp for a couple of years now. I want to say over 6 years, because this lamp went with me to university and came back home with me. It has a lot of space to put post-its, pens, markers, and random stuff, so I really like it. I also have this organizer for my washi tapes. These are my go-to washi tapes, and they are so fun to use. As someone who likes to write cards and just journal a lot, it comes in really handy. I like to consider myself as a stationery queen, so here are even more washi tapes in a jar. Having my washi tapes out on my desk also reminds me to actually put them to use. In the past, I've kept my washi tapes for so long that it just dries out, so I can't stick it to anything. So having it out there really motivates me. This used to be a orange marmalade jar, and I really love mini jars, so I decided to wash it and keep it, so now it just stores my cough drops. I also enjoy having a fidget toy around me. This is Captain America's shield. I really like having fidget toys because as someone who gets very nervous and anxious, especially during work or interviews, this really helps me out. And if you take your calls online, you can just hide your fidget toy and no one has to know. From the Captain America fidget toy, you can probably tell that I am a really big nerd, hence why I have all of these books. These are some of the books I want to read, and look at that, Bulbasaur and Ahsoka Tano hanging out together. Again, I am the stationery queen, and I have so many more pens and pencils and highlighters and erasers. This Pentel pen is my favorite pen to write with. I usually use it for work. This entire side of my desk includes all of my art materials, whether it be pens, pencils, markers, post-its, fountain pens. It is all here for me to use. Mr. Pichy Creates is a great artist as well, and he made me this Misky clay. I actually broke it, which I'm really sad about, so I just have it sitting sadly at the top of my Pokemon cards. I also have some flowers as well, and of course the fake Lego flower. I also have a bottle of rosé from work, and these are my books again. I want to read all of this. I've had these books for years. I just never touched them. You know, everyone always has a really large TBR. I am one of those people. And then I keep buying books. Heading over to my bookshelf are my sketchbooks, notebooks, art books, and more books. The next item I want to show you is this geologic time scale. It's just a piece of paper of the geologic time scale. I ended up keeping this from one of my classes in university because, I don't know, first of all, it's in a really nice color and it just tells you about Earth's evolution because I love learning about the planet. On the other side of my desk is where all the editing and other work happens. I don't have a monitor stand, so instead I have to use my books that are big enough to hold my monitor. I also have this little figure. I think it's a BTS character. I'm unsure. My sister let me borrow it, but it holds my phone. These books act as my monitor stand because they're pretty large. I have a Thai learning book, whale book, A Light in the Attic, which is a classic, and a couple of other graphic novels as well. I of course do want a regular monitor stand, but I guess this will do for now. I mainly wanted to give you that little desk tour because it's, again, just very functional and it's not the most beautiful thing to look at, but it's useful and it fits my needs. I did show you a little bit of the other side. So the books where they were all stacked holding my monitor, that's on the left side. So that's where I do editing and that's where I do my work when I do work from home. And so I'm going to continue the day by continuing my sketches, and I just want to fill up the remainder of this page. I took a pause from sketching because something exciting came in the mail, and it is my scanner. Oh my goodness. This is a Canon Lead 400, and I have been waiting for this for a while, being like a month. I contemplated it for a while, but I'm so excited that it's finally here. So let's unbox this bad boy. I am really excited to use this bad boy because I've been wanting this for about a month or more. I contemplated it for a while, but I'm finally getting to use it. So I need to figure out how to actually use it, how to download the right apps and connect to my computer. So let's get going with that. Okay, so my desk is pretty messy because I unboxed all of this, so I'm just going to clean it up a bit so I can also connect it to my computer, and then we'll just see how it goes. I took a break from sketching, so once I get this figured out, I will go back to sketching. Obviously, I can't finish a task. So I will get back to sketching after I figure out this whole scanner situation. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to update my portfolio, update my Instagram feed, because I also want it to be, you know, pleasing as well. I also want it for me too, and it's like a while, I think, to kind of update all of that because I want to go through my entire Instagram feed and kind of spice things up. But yeah, going forward, I definitely want to show my sketches and my sketchbook and just things, little things I have via this scanner. So I'm really excited. It's also pretty light. It's not very heavy at all, so I'm really looking forward to using this. We are connected. Now that I have my snack, I wanted to do a quick review of the Canon Lead 400. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the overall scanner was light. It was really easy to use and install. The instructions were pretty clear, and I think I'm still figuring out how to readjust the size so it doesn't stay at A4 and kind of matches the size of the paper I want to scan. This is an illustration. It's an illustration of Ponyo from the film Ponyo. I actually painted this with paint markers like 6 years ago, maybe even more than that, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and I still have it to this day. I don't really write the date on anything I create except my sketchbook, but it only has like the duration. That might be something I need to change, but I know I created this about a little over 6 years ago, so I decided to use this as a test scan, and I put it at 300 DPI. I think I need to clear some storage up for 2400 DPI to load quicker for the scan. The Ponyo one was at 300 DPI. I do not know the duration it takes for something to scan at 2400 DPI, but that is something I want to try soon so I can have my scans be at the highest quality, and I cannot wait to continue using it. What I want to do is update my Instagram feed, update my portfolio, and when I post my sketches going forward, and even when I'm doing videos, I want to do an overlay of my art scans. I would also love to scan some Polaroids, some receipts. I read a lot of books and I go to bookstores all the time, so it would be great to scan bookmarks. And all of that basically encompasses me, you know, capturing memories and being able to share, you know, these stories and my creations with all of you. So that being said, I'm going to take an hour break to eat dinner. I had a bit of wontons, just a little, didn't really fill me up. So I'm going to go cook something up. I'm probably going to do bell peppers and chicken because I already have those two things. I think I have a little bit of rice left as well, and I'll throw in a seaweed snack because I love seaweed. Got the seaweed, the bell peppers, the chicken and rice, and I had to get kimchi, and also watching YouTube. I wanted to talk about my overall review of the Canon Lead 400 scanner. I do really like it because it's super easy to put together and it's quite large, and you can put many photos or sketches, just items on the scanner, and it'll scan the whole thing. It was pretty easy to install, and I would say compared to other scanners, this is on the cheaper side. It was around $100 USD. I really like it and I cannot wait to continue using it.